Cool. Fueling it up before we go. Heading out. Go look at the car. First car we've looked at, and kind of excited to be finally looking at cars.
On the hunt.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. So for people wondering like what happened with all the money that people gave us, like to put towards a car, we haven't just taken it and forgotten about it, or it's not a scam. We do need a car, and I just had allergies. We moved. There was lots of stuff going on. We hadn't gotten around to looking at any. We're looking at one today. We've raised a third of what we need. So we're at 33% now, and yeah, it's been amazing, a real blessing, and we can't really wait to reach the full amount, even if people would give us that. So we're heading out now to go and look at it, and we'll look at a car, and if it's good, we'll probably head off and then come back and think about it, give them an offer maybe, if it's a good one anyway, and then we'll have a new car, and we'll be able to sell this one. And between what we've raised so far and selling this car will be around 70% of the cost, and then we'll just obviously make up the difference. So yeah, that's where we're at. And this scenery is just beautiful. I love driving through forests like this. All the flowers and the trees, beautiful. Busy in one direction. Like swimming. Longer. Maybe not.
I'll put the flag up the top there.
Pretty cool. You see the flag up there on that rocky bit there on the left?
Wow, look at this. Mountains on one side, river on the other. How beautiful.
Beautiful. All the big flowery trees. Hey, they're off. What we got?
At the bunch.
Oh, there is some. Daddy was saying he couldn't see any, but they were hiding down low. There's lots of them.
Yeah.
Oh, one there. One there.
It's big.
A little one.
Yeah.
And what have we got over here? We've got other flowers. Where's the other one? Oh, over there. Wow, don't pick them off. Soon, all these fields are going to be full of flowers. These are the early ones, obviously. Beautiful. So we've just stopped to have a bit of lunch, and it's a very beautiful place. Kind of came off the road. There's like a pretty good track that goes down here. It's got all like gravel, proper road, and then down there behind the trees you can see there's like a accommodation of some kind down there. Just like a small cabin type thing, maybe like a A-frame type thing, big glass open front, and yeah, really nice spot. You can see the mountains over here. It's quite rugged. It's yeah, really beautiful. And I'll turn the camera around in a second, and you might be able to see. It's like looks like maybe a building right on top of the mountain there, just like right there is the little white, looks like a roof or something up there. But yeah, that's kind of like mostly birch type looking stuff running along the ridge lines here. And then right here it switches to mostly pine or spruce or something going up that way. Alright, so here's what we're eating. Some chicken is mostly gone now. Flatbread, which Nick made the other day. I don't know if you can see it too well. Potato salad, like bacon and stuff. So we had a slight problem. If you see a bottle like this to hold water in, and you want to take it in the car, don't. Because we just emptied 5 litres of water. I only just found out as I was putting stuff back in the car, but we have 5 litres leaked out, and thankfully it had leaks into this like plastic tub area, so it's not like all over the floor of the car, but yeah, it made quite a bit of a mess. You can see like all the tools and stuff that I keep in the car got all wet. So we've dried them off with this, and now I'm soaking it up to try and get it out of there. It's a bit of a, well, a lesson learned, I guess you could say. Water the field.
I'm so sorry to all our viewers for not filming the best part. I was too busy enjoying it and I forgot to film the bit where you could see the river really well. Sorry.
Oh, nice. See the rapids down here? They do whitewater rafting and stuff down there. We've been a long time ago, 2014 I think.
You've been, not me.
Yeah, I've been. It was fun. Jumped off the top of a cliff.
That was a holiday I got left behind.
Probably would have been like at least 10 metres. Yeah, well you went to the zoo.
No, I didn't go to the zoo.
Yeah, you did?
Different holiday.
Oh, really?
Yes. If you were a foreigner and you came to Russia, this would be the perfect first experience. For Siberia anyway. Maybe Moscow would be better if you couldn't speak Russian. But for Siberia,
Look at these like rocky outcrops here.
this is just...
Well, it's really just a mountain actually, but it's just so magnificent. It's so completely different from where we are
Yes.
at the moment.
They're both beautiful but in completely different ways.
So, yeah.
All places being built. And that, I think, is the vehicle in question. Off they go!
Our daddy's driving.
We went and had a look at the car. It's a fairly new car. It's only had one owner. It's been 3 years, I think he's owned it, or 3.5 years, something like that. And yeah, he's tried to do a few things to it. Gotten somebody to try and do something to it, and they have obviously not done it properly, like to do with the signalization they call it here, mobilizer. So he's tried to have it so that the rear doors lock with buttons.
600 метров, поверните налево.
But they didn't hook it up properly, or the mechanism's stuck or something, and it doesn't lock with the button, which is a real pain. And so he's still got all the door cards off for that, in the back that is, so there's 2 door cards. There's a few other little things that we've got to find out from a forum, or maybe I'll phone a dealer and ask them what the go is.
Поверните налево.
Just weird stuff that he said was like normal for a Sobol, but I don't think it should be.
7 километров.
So we're gonna inquire about that and I'll get back to him. All in all, the car's actually looks pretty nice. Obviously it's fairly new, so no rust has really started. Oh, there's a little bit of rust in the top, like in the door hinge to the back door. Just a small amount. But apart from that, it did make me think though, like, we want to build a house and buy land, build a house, start some kind of business, or where we're growing stuff, farming, that kind of thing. It all takes money to set up, and this Sobol that we looked at is actually fairly expensive. Like for Sobols at the moment, like in today's market, the price is pretty good, but just for a car, like this would be twice as much as we've ever spent on a car, and yeah, kind of not sure I really want to do that. So yeah, we're going to think about it a little bit and then see what else is available. Have a look at what's going on as far as what the guy was talking about. He reckons that, or maybe one of you guys knows, but he reckons that you can't change down from 5th into 3rd, which I thought was a bit strange. And he's like, oh no, you can't do it. And I was like, well, why? He says, oh, just cause. It's like, you don't know why. But somebody told him that you can't.
Впереди камера на 60.
So, to me that sounds strange. It sounds like something's wrong. The idea that you can't use the gears like that just doesn't sound right. So, like, my gut's kind of telling me that it's not a good idea to do. But yeah, I'll look into it a little bit more. Obviously, that car's very reasonably priced as far as Sobols go. We're just gonna talk a bit more about what we want to do, because it's gonna be, well, I mean, it's basically a choice of put the money into the house or put it into a car. And you know, most people will tell you putting money into a car is just sinking it in a black hole, because you never get that money back. So,
well, we're in a really tight spot. There's only so many cars that can accommodate our family.
That's right. And so, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna think about it, pray about it, and try and come up with a solution. Maybe we'll have to get a 2-wheel drive for the time being, or maybe we'll get just a smaller 4-wheel drive van, something like that. I don't know. But we'll have a look and see how we go. This is the first car we've looked at, so this is the end of the video. I didn't actually get that much footage of the actual van, so I'm really sorry about that. It was hard for me to actually, like, I had my hands were covered in like grease and stuff because I was looking under this and that and the other, and
it's hard to multitask.
Yeah, it was a bit hard. It would have been good if I had another set of hands. I did take a few minutes of footage, but I was kind of driving. It's just not really a great idea, so like I got like a couple of second clips. But yeah, I think it was a little bit rough. The car wasn't really what we wanted, and it's kind of stretching our budget. We need to build a house, and yeah, at those kind of prices, like the one we looked at was kind of the bottom sort of thing. The guy really needed to sell it because he's trying to fund his own house, and that's why the price was so low. A lot of them are actually probably, I don't know, 20-30% more than that. And you know, it's just getting too expensive for us, so we're going to look at some other smaller vans, some more like what people have suggested, maybe a Star X or a Delica, something like that. And we've got a few of those that we want to look at. So yeah, hopefully in the near future we'll be able to get out there and have a look at those, and bring you along for that, and hopefully take more footage of the actual cars we're looking at, so it's more interesting. But yeah, we're at a beautiful spot here. It's kind of a little lake or pond or whatever you want to call it. It's got, you can hire like paddle boats and stuff and get a ride around the lake on a little floaty thing. But yeah, it's been really hot here, probably 30 degrees today, about 30 degrees, and it's supposed to get up to 37 degrees Celsius. I'll try and put Fahrenheit up there for you guys who are watching from America, so that you'll understand what that is. I think it's somewhere around, what, 40 degrees?
I don't know.
Sorry, no, not 40. It's about 100, 110 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. So yeah, anyway, that's it for us, and we look forward to catching you on the next one. For everybody who supported the van fund so far, we've got a list of everybody over here, and yeah, we just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you. We will be keeping you updated with how we go with finding a car, and when we do buy it, there will be a special video where we pull a name out of a hat for all the people who were part of that. So if you want to become part of the car naming competition, you can leave a small donation and your name suggestion using the links down in the description. But otherwise, that's it for this video. Thanks guys so much, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care, and bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
So what do you think of this little lake we found?
It's very nice. I think the advice we were given, come after 8, was good advice, because
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock now and most people have gone.
Most people have gone. There's a few people, quiet people over there. And we basically got this spot to ourselves, so I think next time, come at 8, eh?
Come at 8.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. The after.
Tomorrow's warm.
Midweek too, which maybe it'll be even less busy, although it's a holiday area, so
Yeah.
everyone's.
It's pretty nice. There's like a river that seems to go through there, and they've just dammed it up and created this artificial lake, which looks like it's been here for, I don't know, at least a couple of years, judging by the reeds and stuff over there.
Tell stuff grows so fast, yeah.
Really nice spot though. They've got like barossa or birch on the edge there, a little bouncy castle and ice creams and like a little thing that you can buy stuff over there. I think you have to pay to come in, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
Well, we didn't.
So yeah, well when I say pay to come in, I mean drive your car in, but I don't know, maybe you don't have to. If you live here, maybe you don't have to, but yeah, pretty nice. We're gonna go home now, so yeah, catch you guys next time. Bye bye.